Rapshun, don't ever put me in charge of talking to anybody. I can't keep my mouth shut.
Hazel, that was insane.
This is the second time that I have messed up with this guy. He makes me nervous, man. Don't make me talk in front of him. He looks at me with his eyes, and I don't know. You have to count me out. I am not helpful when it comes to talking to people.
I just did it right. 1 pound will cost you 2,560 gold pieces.
You know, when you originally said like 800, that was a great number. And I was willing to bet that is probably the number, not the 2,500.
Maybe it is not about the amount, but the potency. It's like everything is a poison. It's just how much you consume.
It's not about the size of the potion. It's
about how you use it, yes.
Previously, upon coming to the Kaban estate in hopes of freeing Vigari's family from being skill masters of the Kaban, you struck up a deal that they would not turn you in for 24 hours if you were able to cure their oasis crab that seems to be ill. Upon leaving the estate, you made your way back to the Ishkatari that were camped outside of the city, where, Sabir, you had a rite performed on you, basically kind of as your first step into communing and becoming one of the chosen of Subnu, who they see as the scavenger, a vulture that collects the souls of the dead, and soon discovered that you see him as a albino crocodile. His form as for the pathway into the afterlife. You confessed something you love, something that you fear, something that you believe, and something that you covet. Each of the four of you did this to kind of continue the rite. And having stepped your first foot into this greater world, you made your way back into the city to try to collect the ingredients to heal the crab. Ingredients that you heard from the Ishkatari would help heal the crab. But you didn't get very far, because as you set up your phantom steeds walking out into the streets, you were very easily spotted by guards, not remaining incognito, and then promptly apprehended and taken to the Al-Majid Arena, where the Keban decided to champion you against the Alam and barter or strike a deal for your freedom in the form of a gladiatorial fight. Vigari and Sabir took on Ruik and Yusuf, and halfway through the fight, the desperation that Sabir's killing of Ruik implanted on the Alam, they had two extra gladiators on the sides jump in. Shun and Hazel promptly also jumped in, helping save their friends and making sure that they were there to back up the family that is the Galavanteirs. The fight was called off due to a forfeit from the Alam side, and then you were given your freedom. You were given citizenship, free citizenship. You are recognized by the government of Al-Kut as free citizens to do with what you will. All the wanted posters have come down, and you ended the night by celebrating at the Kaban estate the victory that you all had. Ending the evening with Sabir performing a marriage ceremony between Pugi and Vigari, who promptly have the plans, at least, that they will be heading out along with her younger sister Elise to Yoskul. It is now the next morning. You all have been given quarters at the Caban. And this scene is yours. You're currently in... Sorry, I should say. You're currently in one of their guest rooms. It's up to you if you guys want to share a room, if you guys want to be in different rooms. They have like a bajillion rooms in this giant mansion. So if you guys can have your own rooms, or you can have a room all yourselves, or maybe you guys passed out like in one of the various living rooms, drinking and stuff.
I'm trying to think of whether
so
or not.
hard.
Yeah, whether or not like I would have bunked up.
I feel like if Shun and Sabir had been in a room together, then Hazel would want to join in as well. But then if they were like, oh no, like we're gonna have a separate room, she'd be like, okay, yeah, same, me too.
Yeah, I was totally gonna do that in the first place.
Yeah, like I didn't want to have a slumber party. I just lost my cuddle buddy Vigari, but it's fine. I'll be fine. Pukey gets her forever.
Get in here. Come on, come on.
Okay.
We were going to build a fort.
Yay.
An
sounds like fun.
impenetrable fort.
That'd be good. That would probably be helpful.
Yes.
All right.
So I was thinking a moat, like right around here. We could make it out of like blankets. I don't know. What do you think?
I think I'm
the
pretty
first-
tired. Already, just thinking about it.
Yeah, it's true.
So, you all bunk down in one of the larger guest rooms for the evening. Hughie, Vigari, Elise, Yenny, and the three of you. And the next morning, you all wake up, pillow fort, fallen to the side. Hughie, Vigari, and Elise gone, and Yenny also gone. And just the three of you in this room.
Last night was so lovely.
No. No! The fort! No! I thought it was impenetrable.
Told you there should have been a sturdier base. Rookie mistake.
But I like firm pillows.
Yeah, pretty good. Sabia,
Yeah.
where is your sister?
I mean, I was going to assume that we could just, maybe knock.
She passed out with you guys. Hughie and,
Oh.
and Vigari and all of them slept in the same room with you guys.
Oh.
And you wake up and they're not there.
Oh.
Earmuffs, Sabia.
How'd you guys sleep? Good.
Not traumatized at all.
Who knew Pukey could take it like that?
True. It's like one of those Christmas movies.
Oh my gosh.
God damn. Oh.
I mean, he was like all the way up.
Whole different meaning to Okushin Nights.
I knew those prayer
only
beads were
seen-
for something.
Yes.
But for real though, where is she?
I do not know. Good jokes all around. Oh, I mean, we could scour the land, see what is out there. Maybe she is already awake having breakfast.
Well,
Probably.
breakfast sounds delicious because I think I had one too many glasses of wine last night and my head is killing me.
Agreed. So, we go down and see if the breakfast is good as the dinners. I have to admit, I'm a little excited.
Me too.
It was do I hear jealousy? In the
No. Admiration, maybe. Jealousy. No.
I don't know. It was just the way that you said breakfast. It was kind of
Insight check.
Deception.
Oh!
Shit. What you got there, Paul boy?
You
I don't
set the-
know, horn guy.
You set the DC, so it's like in poker. The DC gets set first.
Has a hot 8.
How's a hot 9?
Damn it! Ah!
read 'em and weep, boys.
Shun is jealous of the fine spread because he has come across flavors that even he has not yet thought of because he's not been experienced to some of these ingredients. And while yes, there is a twinge of pain, he's excited to kind of like pick it apart.
I bet it smells good. At least that.
Let's go find out.
You make your way out of the room and you pass down the maze-like corridors to this giant estate. Paintings and busts of statues, armor on the walls, banners, all decorating the halls of this giant mansion. After some time, you find your way back down to kind of like the main entrance that led to the outside balcony to near where the kitchens are. And you do smell breakfast basically being prepared out on the balcony, like terrace area that you guys were in last night.
Oh my gosh. Vagari would have loved how much bacon there is. Oh,
Is it around
What?
here somewhere?
better eat up.
Move in. There is a very large spread of meals. You see, you see some people having sat down. There's some people still passed out, like in the hallways. You pass by the living room. There's still people that are like knocked out, like passed out from drinking, on couches and cushions and all that. And there are servants moving about, cleaning up vomit and straightening things. Finally making it off to the balcony, and you see a large spread. All sorts of good foods. There are cakes, there are breakfast meats, eggs, a number of dishes to satisfy your palate. And the people sitting there, you see that there is Qaid Nasir, though Aniya is not there, and he's sitting with a couple of individuals that you don't recognize. Ah, good morning. So glad you all managed to sleep very well. You look rested. Please, come, eat.
Well, if you insist. And I'll go through and I'll take like one of everything, just trying to like...
Are you...
like a mini quiche.
Are you, How is Shun approaching this buffet?
Analytical. Looking like presentation, warmth, looking to see just like at first glance what are the main ingredients, and then taking in the smells as he plates it. Just really sitting in reverence for a second, and also again that like, how can I recreate this? What do I need? What can I make it? How can I make it better?
Okay. All right.
I will follow closely behind him, and every time that he like looks at something and kind of seems to investigate it as he's putting it on his plate and tries a little bit of everything, I'll go behind him and get the same thing but in too large of portions. So like my plate is like at first I just fill it all up and then like basically I just start stacking it on top of another, so it all just like mixes together into this like pile of mush essentially. Where, like, you can't even see really what it is anymore.
Okay.
You know, that is a good technique. Maybe the flavors, like, you know, a little bit of the sauce here mixes with the bacon there and gets inside of the quiche. And Hazel, you may be onto something.
It all looks so good. I couldn't decide what to get.
Yes. Innovative. Like it.
Nasir kind of like, so you are a cook of sorts?
Of sorts. I dabble in kitchens.
Well, what did you think of last night's dinner?
Deception. Shit. Same roll. 14.
19.
It was good.
Well, I'm glad that it pleased you. I'll tell you what. We still have business to conclude. You said you would help me with my oasis crab. Given that our previous arrangement is not so much standing anymore, and you managed to garner what you sought yourself, though not without our help, I will say. Help me with this steel. You will have your run of the kitchen for a day, if it's something that would interest you. My servants are well trained, and it would be good to see Aleph put in his place. My chef is a bit arrogant, but with good cause.
Comes with the territory. We'll put him through his paces.
You're welcome to experiment if you like. So what is the plan then? Oh, I am terribly sorry. This is my Diron, Furkan. And you see sitting next to him this large Loxodon sort of person. You'd seen him the day previous with training, and he just looks like he's just very stoic, very still, just kind of sitting there next to him. Adorned tusks, and his ears have just like earrings upon earrings upon earrings. And he just kind of gives a gentle bow. And this is my representative of the court, Kazim. Whenever the noble families are not exactly on the best terms, we have representatives to speak for us. Kazem here actually was updating me on the situation with the Elam regarding your request to speak to one of their gladiators. And then he kind of looks to Kazem, and Kazem just like, yes. The corpse the Elam have agreed to provide. But there is no bringing him back. Not to say that they don't have the means to. They just refuse.
Lucky for him.
I don't know what you could want with the corpse. I have not collected it yet, but the arrangements can be made if it is of interest to you. I did not want to presume to know. I understand you wanted to speak to the deceased.
Yes. I had questions.
Well, that kind of puts a damper on things.
Sabir, do not talk with your mouth full. But yes, it does put a damper on things.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Shall I fetch the cooks for you?
I will figure something out. Please do, and yes.
Will be done. He stands, gives a bow to Nasir, gives a bow to you guys, and makes his way out.
Shun, can I have a word with you?
Yeah.
So you know how I got the talk to dead scroll? Right? It was a scroll, GM.
It was a token, but that's whatever.
Token, sorry. A talk to dead token. You can have it if this will answer your questions regarding everything that's happened. And yeah.
We'll see what we can do, but thank you for the offer.
Well, you're welcome. I feel like maybe you need this more than I do at this point. So I am more than happy to give it to you because I know this means a lot to you. So,
Can I be honest with you?
of course.
There was a moment where I was going to try to steal it from you.
I understand.
I'm not proud of that.
But you didn't do it. So I think maybe you should be more proud of yourself than you realize, because it definitely, you had a reason to want to steal it. And I should have offered it sooner. And I'm sorry that I didn't, but I'd rather offer it to you one-on-one in private, so hopefully maybe other people won't know that I have it as well, besides like our little group here.
Thank you.
Of course.
I will think on it.
Okay, take all the time you need. Got it right here. I'll just take a big old bite of food, just right back to what I was doing.
Careful, you will choke.
Yeah, are you choke on your back teeth? You can fit more in at once.
Yeah.
And when you use the mushy eggs in there, it makes the crunchiness of the bacon explode. It's great. And then you just put a couple berries, and then the flavor, it's just phenomenal.
Oh, the berries. Oh.
I think they're berries. I don't know. Everything kind of mixed together in my plate.
Oh. Yeah, no, not going to do that. Okay, cool. Don't forget to drink water. Okay. Then move off.
Hazel, do you think we can take some of this further road? Or do you think they'll say something?
I mean, there's so much of it. I feel like it would be fine.
It would go to waste.
I agree. And I feel like we should just be more open about it opposed to sneaky. I feel like if we're sneaky, they're gonna be like, why are they being sneaky? I feel like if we're just out there, like, we just pile up on all the food, they'll just be like, they're really hungry.
As she's doing this, I'm grabbing like a piece of bread, like a loaf of bread, and ripping it in half and just stuffing a bunch of like meat and cheese in it. And then just like,
You're right. We should not be sneaky about this. Oh, wow. Look at all that sand.
And I'll just stuff this into my bag.
Which way is it blowing? Sandwich.
So wait, you are trying to sneak food into your pack?
No.
Oh.
It's like, this is
I'm
delicious.
sneaking-
And putting it into his pocket.
Yeah, I'm sneaking food away from Hazel.
Gotcha.
I don't
That's
care if the rest
probably
of them.
smart.
Yeah, I don't care if the rest of the family sees me. I'm just like,
Yeah. Not be sneaky.
I'm just like outwardly taking more food and like just holding it in my hands, like happy as could be.
It's really good food.
Hey, Hazel loves to eat. So
Okay.
What do we do?
Well, the Ruick thing is on hold for now. I don't know.
well, do we want to help with the Oasis crab? Because I
I
feel
mean-
like Vagari was gonna help, and then now that she's not here, so because she's not at breakfast, so I guess they've already left and gone on their way. Then
Yes, they left this morning before the sun came up.
What?
didn't even say goodbye.
They expressed that the pain might be a bit too much, so they departed before everybody woke up. They do give their apologies for such. Furkan took them to the docks. I also, given the status, the mindset of the Elam and the Eldritch, they did not seem too happy about this, and they were going to try to overturn the decisions. You know how it can be. So I had Furkan take them to the docks, to get on a boat, and to get out as fast as they could. So, with any luck, by the end of the day, they will be far out of the Elam's reach.
Well, that begs a question. We are also free. Is there a chance that we could be unfree?
I don't think it is a bigger concern for you all. Fagari was one of the prized fighters that the Elam was interested in training up. While Solus here did make a name for himself, the insult is mostly coming from your Goliath friend. And as far as the two of you are concerned, nothing that I am aware of at this time. But the deal was struck. You should be okay. I just think that Vagari was the biggest concern. That is not to say that you may not still be under the eye of the Elam. But any public actions would not be wise for them to take.
Understood.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose back to the matter at hand.
My crab.
Your crap.
So how do you intend on assisting? Do you have a plan?
I'll look to Sabir.
We know of a way to heal your crab. We need materials. And I don't know.
What
Regalian family made a deal with you. We made the deal with you. And I would like to make sure that her family stays in good standing. So I would like to do this for you. It is
Yes.
up to Hazel and Chum if you would like to join me, but I do not want a tainted vision.
Well, I would prefer it if you did not go back on your word either. But surely this would be a great assistance to Egvaith and his family.
I'm down.
I'm always down to help some animals. So, question. Can we get some to-go lunches?
I shall have something prepared for you.
Okay. I mean, you know,
And
it could be a long day getting supplies. I just thought a few
He, like-
snacks for the road.
Waves his hand, and one of the servants like bows and like makes their way down into the kitchens.
Thank you.
I almost forgot. Thank you, Hazel.
Ah, yes, yes. Well,
So what are these materials that you need? What is your plan exactly?
She said apologies to you.
I'm sorry?
Riccardi. Not to you, but to you.
And I point at the Loxodon behind him.
And the Loxodon, he just nods.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine.
And I'll just get up and walk.
Seems the loss is not an easy one to take.
No. Losing family in any way is difficult. They've been together for so long that it's strange.
I cannot imagine what they have gone through. Being a fighter skill master is not an easy thing, especially under the direction of the Elan. They are ruthless, but they are effective. They produce some of the greatest warriors.
It is true. They are also very heavy when they fall on your head. Well, we know what we must get. There's a flower. There's a rock. There is some, Hazel, what was the other thing?
Some kelp
Kelp?
and some spice.
Spice. Yes.
You require spice for the remedy?
It's supposed to help.
It's not required, but it doesn't hurt.
And we want the best chance at healing your sick crab, right? Big crab. Big problem.
Well, whatever spices you may need, I'm sure that my kitchen is able to provide, but I know that you are not speaking of a dangerous narcotic that is illegal to handle and retain.
Salt and
Correct.
pepper are illegal here?
Okay,
Your food is so good.
yes. Well,
It's true, I was wondering why it tasted so good.
mm,
Maybe you are the ones, huh?
mhm.
Yes. That Alcushian seasoning, it's very, very, addicting. But anyway, I'm gonna go check on my buddy.
Yes, yes. I think it best you get started on the task at hand.
I'll bow as I sneak another piece of bacon and walk out.
I'm just gonna do a little curtsy. you can send the pack lunches to our room. And I'll just like run off behind Shun. Crap, Shun! Don't ever put me in charge of talking to anybody! I can't keep my mouth shut!
Hazel, that was insane. Why are you? What was that? You were like
I don't
Sabir in
know.
the thing. You were like me when I was like, oh, we're the pet shop with 2 P's and an E. Like,
This is the second time that I have messed up with this guy. He makes me nervous, man. Don't make me talk in front of him. He looks at me with his eyes, and I don't know.
it's true.
You have to count me out. I am not helpful when it comes to talking to people.
You know, sometimes it is a skill to get people off on their toes. It really sees what they know and what they don't know.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, seems like he was not helpful in helping us find the spice anyways. So...
Yes and no.
You all are making your way kind of to the entrance of the manor. As you guys are making it to kind of like the central entrance, a servant comes up to you with some packs filled with food.
Thank you.
And just bow and they make their way away. Sabir, where'd you go? You're at the entrance?
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, they trained with these animals, right?
Yes.
Okay. Would there be maybe hitching posts or anything? Anything to
Yeah.
like a target dummy.
Yeah, if you go out to the back to where the like animals are being trained to like the yeah, there's plenty of stuff back there.
Okay, but that's in the back, not in the front.
No, the front is kind of like it's a very ornate sort of entrance. It has a cooling pool where the wind kind of takes the coolness of the water and spreads it through the house. So the large main entrance, the house is kind of built around this large pool, probably 30 feet wide, about 70 feet long. And there's columns every so often. And you see that there are guards that are patrolling every once in a while. There are plants, shrubs and trees and palm trees in between on either side. And so that leads to kind of like the main kind of entryway where the archway to the entrance of the estate is, and there's 2 guards that are posted on the outside.
In that case, I would be by the water and just kind of kneel down, and then taking my bandages off and kind of just like running them through the cold water, and just going and applying herbs to the inside of it, and then wrapping up, and that's basically what I'll be doing.
You guys come upon Sabir by the pool.
When I walk up on Sabir, I will help him take his bandages and like start helping him wrap them back up.
You don't have to. I've done this so many times, Hazel. It's fine. It. Thank you.
A little help never hurt. I know you could do it on your own. Of course, you don't need me. But, hey, you know, what am I good for if not helping out every once in a while, right?
Yeah, I mean, of course. You're always here.
Of course.
You're always. Yeah.
I'm always here for you, Sabir, and I'll give him a big hug.
I think I'll give like a sideways friend hug at this moment.
So the last person, the last person that said that to me, forget about it. The last person that said that to me fucking left without saying goodbye. and sent it to a fucking Loxodon. Not me, not you, not Shun, no one. Just left. Are you serious? Do you know how much time?
Understand.
Makes me wonder if she even said goodbye to her family. The ones we just met.
Goodbyes can be very painful.
Not even a goodbye. Notes. Nothing.
Bobari
was it
still
like that?
loves you, and she'll always be there for you.
And I will always be there for her, but maybe I just wanted to say goodbye one last time.
Well, maybe this
Instead of
doesn't
an
have to be
apology.
goodbye. Maybe this can be until next time.
Okay. Okay, until until next time. Yeah. Go to your school. Across the fucking water. I'll be fine.
Well,
Let's just knock this crab thing out for her family.
so, funny story. I kind of mentioned the whole spice thing by accident. I got a little nervous. And I kind of forgot that I wasn't supposed to say anything. So, I think I covered it up by saying that we were looking for salt and pepper. But maybe not. So, I don't really know if he's now gonna be like, yikes. So that was on me. Sorry about that. But he wants us to heal his crab. So I feel like if we heal the crab, then maybe it won't be as bad, and he still sent the lunches. Oh, he can't be that mad. Sorry.
The spice was extra, right?
Yeah, that was my understanding. But I said it by accident anyways. Sorry.
What if we were to get it without them knowing? I mean, yeah, they know that it's a part of the thing, but they don't have to know that we are going and searching for it.
Yeah, I think it would be best that we try to get it maybe on our own. Shun any opinions.
Well, if we want the best shot at healing this giant crab, I think we're going to need it. And you know, getting it might be a bit of a team building exercise. You know, get our minds off of something a little dangerous, a little edgy, you know, something that we're not unused to. But that is up to you. That is the way I'm choosing to look at it.
Well, I think that for some of the other stuff, we can definitely ask for some help.
Oh, yeah.
So, we can...
I mean, how hard could it be to get some kelp and a flour and some rocks?
And I think the quartz is... I think one of the other families has some of the quartz, I believe, is what was said. And so I feel like then we could definitely ask for that. We wouldn't have to get ourselves into any trouble getting that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah. You know,
It depends
worst
on
comes to
how
worst,
much-
we don't... Go ahead. Sorry.
It depends on how much they care about the rock, the quartz.
It
The-
is probably valuable, but
Yeah.
maybe we spin it like it is a favor to the family and building a business alliance. Owe them a favor. Maybe they have something that they need done and we kind of, kill two birds, one stone. Or one rock. In this case.
I think that could work.
It was the Elderwich family.
Yeah.
I believe so.
The ones that own the Frugari.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
For a little bit.
Yes.
I do not know how much sway. I don't even know how to spin it.
Hmm.
We could. I hate to say it. Reach out to Mr. Snuggles again. For info. Or infiltration.
We could, but do we know anything about the spice? Or how to find it?
It is an illegal substance, so I do not believe it is just commonly known. We may
might
be able
need-
to pull strings over back at the church.
That's what I was thinking. We might need Mr. Snuggles for securing the spice.
Possibly.
Are you okay
They
with
are
that?
not the greatest. Kind of toe the line between evil and good.
How do you feel about that, Hazel?
Oh, yeah. I mean, still here, so guess things could be worse. They could have killed me. They didn't, so feel like maybe as long as y'all go and maybe I either take the back seat or stay behind or do whatever, maybe that would be best. I don't know if they want to necessarily see me again.
Hmm. Well, I don't want us to split up, just in case interested parties take advantage. So, maybe we stay together, but Hazel, we practice restraint on speaking.
Maybe I should just be like a cat or something.
You could also do that. Yeah, that could be fun.
Yeah, I feel like that might be the best bet. Or, but oh crap, they're definitely. I feel like they're gonna know because I was a spider the last time, and maybe they knew. I don't know. But what can a cat do, right? It's just be cute.
Just be cute.
Just be cute.
Blow out your eyes.
Bite you. Make you like
Dead
sneeze.
things.
True. But I can
Poop on your
also.
carpet. Spit up hairballs.
Okay. Maybe I turn into a puppy.
Ah, that could be fun.
Yeah. I don't know. Marty Marco looked at me. Like, that's not one of them.
So, Sabia, maybe you could handle that, and Puppy Hazel can hang out and just look cute. And
or
I'll be brooding.
I could use. Wait, I found it. Hold on, it's here. I could also use a spell to basically that masks you. A question, Marco. If it says that it masks you and your companions from detection, can I elect not to mask my companions?
Let's see why not. What
Okay.
spell is it?
Pass without trace.
That's like if you're walking and you don't want to leave behind footprints and stuff like that.
It basically gives you a +10 to your stealth roll.
Yeah.
Masking you, companions from detection. It doesn't say that you can target specific people or not, but yeah, you can choose to.
Okay, I'll just be a
Self-preservation up to an
cat.
hour. Yeah, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you. So, and you can choose yourself or not yourself. So, yeah, as long as everybody's within 30 feet of you, it can apply to them or not.
I mean, if you're trying not to be seen, I can just make you invisible.
Well, I don't know if doing that is gonna then irritate them more and make them more angry with me.
Maybe we just show them a good sign of faith in being upfront and honest. Like, we owned up to our thing, we have learned from the mistakes, and are coming to them as a favor, rather than subterfuge and hiding. What do you think?
Guess it's worth a shot.
It's up to
It's
you.
what
It's how
they do.
comfortable you are with it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fine. I'll just do my best to stay quiet. Not always good at that.
If you
But-
want,
I can try.
if you feel like you need to say something, you can punch Sabia right in the arm.
That is a interesting idea.
Or since Sabia would probably be brokering the deal, maybe, I don't know.
If you were
Thank
to
you.
hit me in the right.
Yeah, you do that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's worth a shot. So, I mean, the worst thing they can say is no, they won't help us, and then kill me. So, you know. Really? What do we have to lose, right?
Yeah.
At least we have lunches to go.
We would have a picnic at your grave.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh man, that means breakfast was my last meal. Just
Was it a
beg
good
for
one?
if they're gonna kill me, just beg them to let me have the one last lunch.
Okay.
So do you think we should go ahead and head there? Or should we wait and get the spice last and try to get everything else first?
Well, we need
that
the
maybe-
other things first, so we should probably procure that, and then perhaps if there is one along the way and we can stop and ask, we figure it out as we go. But we need those other 4 things, so.
All right.
It's just
well,
stopping by and talking to them. We can always leave right after.
Mhm.
True. So maybe we should do that first to give them time. I don't know
maybe.
how long it's going to take them. And then we can go and get the lotus and the kelp.
Mhm.
And then maybe we should ask for help on the quartz.
Mhm.
Because I feel like if we're only asking for help for one ingredient, that would be better than all of them.
That's fair.
That way they don't pick up on anything.
Yeah. Well, I'm not as familiar with this area. But
Well, let me lead you around, I guess.
Lahaban
the tour
is where
guide.
Lahaban is where the temple is at, right?
That is the district for the temples. Yes.
And that's the temple of the monks?
No, that's the Burkitash. Lahaban is where the religious temples are. The Burkitash is the name of the organization, also the name of the neighborhood that they kind of occupy. If you wanted to speak to... You're talking about the Assassin's Guild?
Yeah, the Assassin's Guild.
Yes. That's the Burkitash, and they are in a neighborhood called the Burkitash. It's one of the poorer, simpler parts of the town near the north gate that you guys came in from. Lahaban is...
yeah, I wrote temples for Lahaban. And, but,
that's where the
way that I wrote the way that I wrote Burkitash, it looked like a person's name or an affiliation and not like a place.
Yeah, it's both.
Let us go.
Okay, so you guys are making your way through the streets of Muzbarak this new morning to the Temple of the Burkitash.
Mhm.
Okay. After about an hour of traveling through the city, are you guys trying to do this stealthily, or are you guys just walking about?
Seeing as how we are now, or Severe thinks that we are now free, I would feel like I would not stealth.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that.
As you move from the upper city, the higher end neighborhoods from the Sahel district down into the Tanur quarter, people are recognizing you all from the arena the previous day, and some of you are getting approached and kind of cheered on a little bit, but you definitely have gained some notoriety from the fight the day before. Guards kind of keep an eye on you, but kind of whatever, let them go. And you make your way to the Burkitash. You see the lavish buildings and the murals depicting great feats of glorious battle and religious iconography from the upper district kind of changes to regular sandstone buildings, simpler, a more uneven sort of cobblestones. The smell of food and incense starts to fill the air more profusely, leaving behind the floral kind of smells of the upper district. And the general hubbub of the city starts to kind of take more life as you move into these districts. You make your way to the quiet area of the lower districts, the Burkitash. You come once again to this sort of simple wooden door, behind which is the courtyard to the temple of the Burkitash. And you knock. The doors open for you. The same hooded figures in robes kind of allow you to pass. And the person who opens the door, what can I do for you?
I am looking for a gnome by the name of Mr. Snuggles.
Right away. If you would please follow me. And this person leads you more past kind of the courtyard that is statueless and iconographyless, and into the temple proper, where you were previously just a day before, I guess, or 2 days before. Yeah, no, a day before. In 24 hours, came back to this spot. If you would please wait here, there's carpets and pillows and cushions and stuff that y'all can sit at, and the person leaves you to go into the temple proper. You have somebody that's come and brings you some tea, very simple, sort of crackers, I guess you would say. It is a stark contrast to what was fed to you this morning at the Cabana State. After a few minutes, they come back, and you see Mr. Snuggles, also in the hooded, in the same sort of robes that the rest of the Burkitash wear. Well, it's my friends. How's it going? Good morning to ya. I heard you were looking for me.
That is correct. I wanted to thank you face to face. Without your information, we could not have gotten in. And it worked. Thank you.
Very happy to help. Your little mission there kind of earned me my stripes with the Burkatash. So thank you.
I'm glad that it was reciprocated. Not even by each other. I do have a question for you, though.
Sure. Do my best to answer.
It might be a little out of the water, if you know what I mean.
Well, I'm always for hire as long as we go through the proper channels now. You know.
Okay. How openly can we discuss certain illegal things here?
Maybe let's go into one of the smaller rooms and have a more private conversation. And, leads you kind of back. There's a passageway that leads into kind of like where the sleeping quarters are and the kitchens and all this other stuff. You pass by the office of Scheherazade and it comes into like a simple room. It's got a small table. It's a little cramped in here, 2 kind of benches on either side. And there's a candle for reading, and there's like some writing utensils that are on the table. Very small kind of barred window in the top corner. He closes the door behind you all. So what can I do for you?
You have not been here long, nor have you lived here long, correct?
A day. I mean, I've visited Muzbarak in the past briefly, but I've not been so much of a tourist to enjoy everything the city has to offer. You know what I mean.
But do you know of where to get everything one has to offer?
I might. What you looking for?
Spice.
Yeah. Okay. How much?
Excellent question. I have no idea.
And I'll turn to Sean and Hazel and be like,
What do I do?
Let us just say that we are making a crab boil, and it is if a king is large, this is an emperor.
That's a lot of spice. You know, didn't take you guys for the narcotic consuming types, but I can, you know, now that you mention it, I can see it. I can kind of see it. I might be able to assist you with that. I don't know how much I'd be able to procure, but it certainly won't come cheap. You might have... I'll see what I can do. When and where would you like it?
But first we must discuss. Do you know how much is a normal amount to take?
A normal amount?
If you ever had the party days in Muzbarak.
Well, I've never personally taken the stuff myself, but I don't know, how much do people usually take of, like...
How much heroin is enough?
it's roughly 3 milliliters. No.
I don't know.
How big a spoon you got?
What is an average consumption? I wanna be accurate. I don't know if I say like a gram. I don't know if that's like a ton or like a little. Like,
Well, I mean, let's.
Jesus, a gram is a lot. Okay, apparently a gram is a lot.
I think any is technically a lot.
I'm trying to relate it to like something here.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
FBI, watch out.
but I guess
Hey,
are we talking
FBI
about
agent
Yankee
checking out the
6, or are we
stream.
talking- Don't do drugs.
Yeah, don't do drugs. But FBI guy watching the stream, we appreciate you.
Okay.
Yeah, you're doing.
At
At least none of us actually know what to say, so that's actually working in our favor.
Yeah. I'm like.
It depends on the nope.
About this much. This many.
Google wants to access your location.
Nope, that's not Google.
It's
I'm gonna
been
go
fun,
ahead.
everybody.
I'm gonna go ahead say for an eighth, because that's what I'm finding here. It's gonna be 20 gold.
And that is the normal amount for, like, one person.
Yes.
Okay. 20 gold.
Yes.
Roughly, GM, roughly how big is this crab compared to the average human? How many average humans would it take to make a big crab?
Let me
You
consult
could-
the calculator.
Yeah. If
Crab
Jimmy
culator.
has 8 apples,
And he's going 45 miles per hour east.
This
and
crab
he has a bag of hair.
This crab could very easily fit like 30 people on its back currently.
This baby can hold so many
Like
spices.
like there's a whole fucking oasis on its back. It's got palm
Okay.
trees growing out of the back of it. There's shrubs and grass and like an actual like oasis pool. There's a whole ecosystem on its back, and you could fit roughly 30 people on top of
Okay.
its back very comfortably.
Roughly 30. Now, when we were given the materials in order to cure it, were we given like an amount? Or I know we were given like we had to like wait for it to chew and like inhale and throw it in at the last minute, right?
What you were instructed was that as the most effective way is that as it's spitting out the green bile ichor, that's when you want to shove it in its mouth. Because so it's gonna puke, and then it's gonna take like an inhale once it's done puking. That's when you want to bring it in, because apparently something to do with their saliva, with the actual bile that gets excreted, has some kind of reaction with the mixture that you were told, and that's the most effective way. You can feed it a normal way, but it's just the most effective to do it that way.
We could do a
and,
suppository.
You could attempt a suppository as well. I gotta do a little bit of anatomy research on how crabs work that way. I know a lot of stuff about crabs, but not that.
Okay,
So I'd have to look into it.
how wide is the mouth of the crab?
You could fit in the mouth.
Oh shit.
So I need one person's worth of material.
Potentially.
Just
I mean,
kill the crab because he overdoses.
It depends, like it depends.
Let's
I
just
mean,
say
it's
5 pounds.
So 8/8 times 5.
An eighth times 5.
No, 8/8 times
Okay.
5.
40.
All right. 20 times
48.
20 times 8 times 5. That's 800 gold for 5 pounds.
Let's maybe do a pound.
1
I
pound
have
is
a particular problem.
1 pound is 16 ounces.
I'm trying to have a good time.
I'm sorry. I'm doing math.
Not for a long time, but a good time nonetheless.
We're doing drug math, guys. This is so fun. An
Contact
eighth is
your local
20
dealer.
gold pieces times 8 makes
Can we buy in bulk?
times
Can we
16.
get this wholesale?
Is this-
Oh, sorry.
Do they offer this at Costco?
My apologies. I messed up with the math. I just did it right.
And
1
the
pound
math.
will cost you 2,560 gold pieces.
You know, when you originally said like 800, that was a great number, and I was willing to bet that is probably the number, not the 2,500.
800 divided by 20 will
Maybe
get
it
you...
is not about the amount, but the potency. You know, it's like everything is a poison. It's just how much you consume.
800 will get you 5 ounces. I think.
It's not about the size of the potion. It's
It's
about
about how you use it. Yeah.
It's... I don't know what y'all are intending on doing with this, but it's very intense stuff. It's very potent.
Mama needs her medicine. Let's just say that.
I'll tell you what. You give me a number, and I will get for you what I can with that.
Hmm. Hmm.
400 gold.
400 gold pieces. Divided by 20.
20.
Yeah, 400 divided by 20 is 28ths of an ounce. And then how do I... Shit.
Like 2 point.
Yeah.
What is this? Yeah,
8 and 8
divided by...
is 16, so it's
Divided by
2.5.
8? Yeah, 2.5.
Just, I know exactly what I'm going to do for this edit. Just the math.
Wait a second, hold on. All right, you said 400 gold.
Yes.
All right, 400 gold's worth. Yeah, we'll just say you get 400 gold's worth. Like,
Oh, right now.
no, not right now. Just that's what you
Mrs.
want.
Knuckles, I thought you said you never
Pops it
did
out
it.
of his
No. Listen, when I'm talking like this, this is the GM. When I talk like this, then you know I'm being Mr. Snuggles.
He's like, give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
Just in the back, like.
All right, Mr. Snuggles, let's do this. Your muling days are over.
Package went sideways.
Oh my gosh.
Oh god, the balloon popped.
Just.
Bleep, bleep, whoop.
Yeah, it's 2.5 ounces.
Yeah.
That seems reasonable. Maybe we can.
I've
get
heard of some
reimbursed.
camel smuggling. Going
All
for
right,
best.
I'll see what I can do to collect that for you. Is there a specific time or place you want me to try to get that to you?
If you could keep it here and we could pick it up.
Sure. All right, I'll hold it for you.
2.5 ounces for carryout.
For Sabir, 2.5 ounces of spice.
They spell it wrong.
The only reason I had to I'm comfortable with googling this stuff right now is because I had to do it from class. So I'm like,
Other
there's
reasons.
plenty of stuff in the history that FBI would not be happy with me about. So.
Like those Christmas movies, am I right?
And Halloween and Thanksgiving and New Year's.
Holy night.
Sure, I'll collect what I can, and we'll yeah,
That would be wonderful.
sure. Do you have a time frame for when you'll be back to pick it up?
Oh,
Sundown?
that is
I'll-
when the best deals are made.
Sure, I'll see what I can get between here and then.
I appreciate it.
I'll take half up front, and it'll help me procure it.
Oh, always with the half up front. Fine.
Standard
300.
That's standard out
Before we
business.
make this deal, though, you mentioned proper channels. Do we need to...
Well, this is just acquiring a asset for you. shouldn't be too big of a problem. Worst case, you come back, they said, no, I've got your gold back for you. No, nothing's a big deal. It's just, like previously, getting involved with one of the 12 noble families, that's a big deal. That has major ramifications.
But 2.5 ounces of 2.5 ounces of spice
Is not as big a deal if done correctly, but we have to be careful with that. So it's not so much in the public eye. So this should be fine. Again, worst case, I get told no, and I've got your 300 gold ready for you when you come back this evening.
Okay. Seems like a fair trade to me.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get to work then. You hand over the gold.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Pockets it. You give him 300. You said.
Check again.
David Blaine.
Slide a handshake.
What is this behind your ear?
IOU.
Cool.
I give him the 300.
He leads you out, waves you off, and turns back into the temple.
Okay, well that wasn't as bad as we thought.
I think that was the best I've ever done.
Hazel,
That
you
was
did
good.
great.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It took a lot of restraint, but I did it. So,
I don't even think he knew you were there.
well, hopefully not. Or if he did, he didn't mind me at least. So, you know.
Okay.
Nerve wracking.
So, yeah, so where to now?
Do you want me to
Levy?
remind you of your options? Or are you guys
alright.
good?
I think the kelp or the lotus. I don't know which one's easier to get.
Probably the kelp.
Okay.
Probably.
Okay. Kelp it is then.
Okay.
I mean, between the three of us, that should not be a problem. Son of
Yeah.
a fisher, son, a fish potentially. Can you become a fish?
Hey. No. Oh,
Oh.
Yes, you can.
wait.
No-
Yes, I can. I can
No.
swim.
Now you can.
Oh.
Yes, I did.
There you
I forgot.
go. Well,
Well, look at that. Looks like this kelp thing is going to be a breeze.
flash
Right.
cut to 10 to 30 minutes later.
What did we do?
It's just a scene from Starship Troopers 2. You know, the one that you never watched. Or is
The
it
creature's
3?
name was Calb.
Get out of here! What are you doing?
You guys make your way out of the Burkatosh. Do we want to take a break here, or do we want to keep going for a little bit?
I'm alright.
That is fine with me.
All right, we can keep going. You guys make your way back into the city. You kind of go through from the Burkatosh. There's the main entrance to the northern gate, and this is where there are like, it's kind of like one of the central places for the market. It's not like the market proper, but it's where the trades, people that are trading in and out, kind of import export, set up shop here. It's kind of like the more, it's a less formal bazaar. It's the smaller one on the north side of town. You guys make your way through this district, heading east towards the river. Amongst the vendors here, though, Hazel, you notice that there is a man who his eyes are like a blind person's eyes. They're white. He's a regular human, darker skin. He has like not a turban, but he has like material, like a cloth over his head, and white eyes with the irises kind of damaged. And he's just like staring at you and just following along. And you see he has a number of knickknacks. It's mostly he has some lamps. He has some, it looks like religious iconography, charms, necklaces, rings, jewelry. Very basic stuff though. Nothing, no precious stones, just simple stones. And you see that he has like a sort, like he's holding like a stick. He's in simple tunics, and he just kind of like is staring at you. And then he points at you and waves you over.
God, Sabir. Guy is waving me over.
What guy?
That guy, right there.
Do you know him?
No. Do you guys know him?
No.
Okay.
Do you want to go over?
I guess so.
Okay.
Okay.
Just you, or shall we hang out?
Maybe hang out here. Don't go far.
Okay.
I was looking at these paddywhacks.
Oh.
All right, well, leave you two to it, and I'll walk over to him.
He like kind of points to have you sit down in front of him,
I'll take a seat.
and then he kind of puts his hand out and gesturing to give you your hand.
I'll kind of slowly, in a reserved fashion, move my hand to his.
He takes your hand, puts his other hand over, and kind of like pulls you in a little bit, and gets like really up close in your face. Al-Umu. Al-Umu.
Al-Umu?
She can be safe. Al-Umu. The tears of father will save her. Al-Umu. Tears. Father.
Al-Umu. Tears. Father?
And he lets go and grabs his seeing stick and just kind of like, you see him kind of like look past you. And he just goes back to kind of minding his own business.
Tears. Father. I'll stand up and walk back over to Shun and Sabir. He said, Al-Amu. Tears. Father.
While her pronunciation is not the greatest, you both know that Al-Umu is the word for mother.
It means mother.
Al-Amud? Al-Amud? Means mother?
More or
Al-Umu
less. Yeah.
is Kintrish for mother.
Mother. Tears. Father?
A mother crying about
Cries?
the dad?
That was all they
What
said?
did that mean? Yes, that was it. And I made sure it was father. And tears. I repeated it back.
Hazel, when we were in the tent, We were talking about our secrets.
Yes.
You had mentioned something about your mother.
Oh, yeah.
Do
Well,
you think this could have something to do with that?
I don't know. I mean, maybe, but I only know my mother. I don't have a father. Nobody where I'm from has a father. There's no men.
Well, you have to have a father. At
Well.
least, biological.
Right. But I don't know anything about that. I don't know who my father is, how my mother would have met my father, if I share a father with other people. I don't know. Not really discussed.
Hmm.
But I had mentioned my mother because she was sick when I left. But I don't know. The father part is throwing me off.
And there was nothing else.
No.
That is strange.
Just tears. What could that mean? Are Kaya druids well known here?
You are the first I've ever met.
Have I heard stories of Kaya druids?
Make a history check.
Ten?
Nope. The
Honestly-
only thing that you know about Kaya druids is what you have learned from Hazel.
To be honest, Hazel, you are an anomaly. You're the first I have met. I have heard a lot of stories of various peoples. Oh.
I wonder then. I don't know. I wonder how he recognized me then.
So do I. I think he's blind.
I think so too.
Could we follow him?
I think he's just sitting right there.
You turn to look and he's gone.
I think I'm fucking lying.
Oh,
You know,
well,
on the other... So fun story. That is what I used to do. And being on the reciprocating side, it is pretty annoying.
yeah. I
Shit.
could definitely see how that's. Yeah. Well, maybe we should just keep looking for the kelp.
Yeah. Maybe we will see him. I mean, how far can a blind man go in a town? A block?
I don't know. A blind
Yeah,
man
he's-
who somehow could see me and wave me over and point to me.
There's
Seems
more than
like he
just
could
seeing
probably
with your
get pretty
eyes.
far.
More than just seeing with your eyes.
True. But I feel like I blend in pretty well here.
Yeah.
Palest, redheadest person for miles proclaims,
Just-
I blend in.
Compared to the
Chiseling.
all red man with horns, like, yo, you're good.
I have noticed I enjoy traveling in this group because I'm usually not the first person noticed.
You know,
The
I just
attention-
realized something. We are both redheads.
That's funny.
The attention, generally speaking, does rely on Shun. Stares never stop on Shun.
It's true. Why are you so obsessed with me?
It's the red hair or the red head.
Wow, you can really dance.
You can really dance.
They went.
We've both been dancing for so long. What a coincidence. What is it?
Vendor, please, may I get that T-bone steak?
Who
I
are you
mean, I don't
talking
know
to?
what meat. I'm talking to you.
A random. Yes, of course. The T-bone that is 5 silver.
5 silver. Here you go.
All right,
Sorry,
let me
I was a
cook this
little
for you.
hungry.
No, it's fine.
Wait.
I have sack lunches.
Let me look at this. I want to inspect this T-bone that he's looking.
There's no bone in the T-bone. It's no, this is the best cut. It's excellent.
Well, I was wondering if...
Prime T-bone steak. And it's just like a slab of, like, clearly the delineation between like where the T-bone is and the adjoining parts, nowhere near what this cut of meat is. Somebody just hacked a piece off of a cow. You cannot tell if it's hind or if it's like the side or belly or skirt, anything.
You know what, Subir? I think it's a great cut of meat. Go ahead and buy it.
See, that is why I have my personal chef here with me at all times to tell me if there is anything wrong with the cut.
It's true,
And there
because
you
you know we are making a dinner for the very fine family up the road in the giant castle, and we only want the best cut of meats, and we are going to tell them exactly who we got it from.
You're asking for a T-bone to cook later, or are you asking for because he's cooking it?
I mean, I was just wanting anything with... I like bones.
Doesn't have bones.
Well, it smells lovely. Have a good day.
Hey, come back here!
We will tell them of your fame and fortune.
But, well, he paid for it. Okay.
I didn't pay for shit. I didn't give him anything.
You didn't give him any. You didn't give him 5 silver?
You think I have 305 silver laying around?
Was that
300
all your gold?
No, but
Holy
you don't know.
I'll never tell.
I'll never tell.
No, I had the money, but I was just looking for a bone.
I got a bone. Pick with you,
Make a perception
buddy.
check, I guess.
Okay.
Damn, you don't have a lot of fucking gold. Do you have 455 after this 300 spent?
Nope, I haven't taken away the 300 because the deal has not been completed.
Gotcha. Okay. I was gonna say, God.
That is going to be an 18 on perception.
You see 2 dogs fighting over a bone in one of the alleyways as you continue to make your way towards the Nar.
I stop. I run over to the dog.
Listen.
Yeah.
Collaborate and listen. Sabir is back with a brand new addition. Watch.
And I'll grab the bone from them, I'll break it in half, and I'll give a dog a bone. There we go. I just needed to make that joke. That's it. That's all I wanted to do.
So you continue to make your way through the city of Musfarak. God damn it. Oh my god.
If you look
Were you
back...
gonna
at
find a
the-
dog after?
Huh?
Were you gonna try to find a dog after?
No! I broke the bone and I gave it to both dogs. They were fighting over one bone, I broke it into 2.
I mean,
now they're
when
happy.
when you got a bone originally, were you planning on finding a dog after you got the bone?
Yes. 100%.
Okay.
Oh my god, I see the blind old man rolling home. I think his name was Knick Knack.
Oh my god.
Remember the paddywhack?
I do remember the
You cross the city where you come to the banks of the Nar. You see that there's a number of bridges that kind of bridge this side of the city to the eastern side of the river. And there's a number of different kind of like islands, nothing too massive, but you see the large one a bit further upstream to the south is very clearly the Wadi Island. There's a number of bridges that you guys can cross to the military corridor. Or dive off of.
Do we jump in?
Good.
For
Hazel,
the water?
Do you want to scout?
Ah,
I will leave that to you.
sure. Let's see. What do I feel like doing? I mean, you can chat amongst yourself while I think about it.
You know, I have a feeling she would be both a cat and a fish. Good for Tom and me. You want to take bets on this?
What about the fish cat?
Oh my god, that would be you.
No, it wouldn't.
Yes, you're a cat who fishes. Fish cat.
Would I have the upper half of a fish?
No, you would have a fishing pole. And you would be a fishing cat. Or a spear in your case. Wait, no, do you spear fish or do you use
I
a
spear
bow?
fish.
Ah, yes, okay. You know, how does that work with, like, the bait on site? You know, I mean, I know that we did it off the boat, but... I've
I
only done
normally
it a few
throw
times.
chum in the water.
Oh, okay. What do you
I
like
get
to
them
use for
stirring.
chum?
Well, I mean, the fish that we have caught from the previous day. Or just like, what we have hunted in the wild, like basically the stuff that we wouldn't eat.
Oh, yes, like the offal and the heads. Though, let me tell you something, the heads, fish head soup, when you are
what
extremely
about
hungry,
a
like,
whole
it
fish?
is the best. You know, to be honest, it was very rare that we had whole fishes, but we would make like this really, really good briny stew. We'd take the bones and, you know, we would mash it up and make it into like almost like a paste. And then the fish eyes, like they have this nice pop, but very salty, very good. The cheek meat, listen, it's like a little oyster, we would call it. I will have to make it for you one day.
I'm good.
Are you sure?
Precisely everything that you said was in the bucket of chum.
Well, yes, of course, it is chum until you cook it with a, you know, fine touch. Trust me, you will love
Or-
it. I will
either
make it
way,
one day, you
we
will
will-
never even know the difference between an oyster and mine.
All right. Well, I think I'll just become a giant seahorse and go check out what's going on down there. So I'll see you guys later, okay? And I'm gonna jump off in wild shape into a giant seahorse.
Okay.
Fingers crossed this doesn't backfire.
You turn into a giant seahorse on the bridge, and you just...
No, it's okay. I have a speed of 5 feet as a giant seahorse. My swim speed is 40 feet. I don't know how I can walk as a giant seahorse,
So
but I can.
let's
Yeah, because you're struggling.
let's take a second here. You guys crossed the Ardesian Ocean from Sajan to Alkut.
Mhm.
There are many sea creatures that you saw. And that's the first time that Hazel has been on the ocean. So, here's what we're going to do. Because you're on the water for a little bit.
True.
I'm going to let you call it Nat 20 or Nat 1 if you saw a giant seahorse.
Okay.
It's just a horse that's drowning in the water.
I was just about to say, could Shut have told her a story, and then like in her head, it's just like a horse with fucking gills. Look, I'll draw it for you.
20.
20? 20.
Yay! 20.
Hey,
So-
50.
Hazel, describe how you wild shape into a giant seahorse.
So I'm gonna get right on the edge of the water, and I'm going to, or the bridge over the water, and I'm going to jump up. And as I jump up, you're gonna see like some kind of mixtures and maybe some like miscommunication because she's not very familiar with the ocean. So it's gonna kind of like turn into multiple different things, and then big, and then large, and then she's gonna be like a seahorse like this big, and then finally she'll pop into a giant seahorse, and she gets it right before she lands into the water.
Splash! The crowds,
horrifying.
you kind of grab attention
Oh
from
crap!
man, and they're considered large beasts. That's insane.
Great.
That's awesome. You swan dive in and you blop, 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 turn into a giant seahorse. Curse splash diving head first in, garnering a lot of attention from the people that are standing around you, watching this display. You are now underwater in the waters of the River Nar.
So do I know what kelp is?
Make a nature check.
Okay.
At disadvantage. Well, nah, just make a nature check.
I feel like there would be a chance she would know.
Yeah, there should be. Kaya druids learn about different things.
I rolled a 2, so that's a 4.
Well, there's a lot of different plant life down here.
All right, I'm just gonna pick up a piece of plant life. I would like to bring it to the surface in my mouth and show it to Shun and Sabir. But I can only breathe underwater, so it's gonna be like...
You dive down. The water here is mostly clear. There is a reddish brownish tint to the water given the tannins that seep into the river from the plant life on the banks. You can see the other end. This is one of the wider parts, but you can kind of see the other end of the banks with the sun high up, its rays going through. As you dive down, you go down 10, 15, 20, 30 feet and start to collect some of this plant material. You turn around and before you come face to face with this it looks like a green starfish, but it's got like the actual legs of the starfish are kind of like it's moving like an octopus. Like imagine if you have a giant starfish as big as you, and it looks like an octopus, or it moves like an octopus, and it is made of plants with like eyes at the top of every arm.
I'll just open my mouth and drop the greenery back out.
It moves to show you the underbelly. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right. Let's see.
That didn't look like kelp, did it, on the first try?
What's your
All
AC?
right.
What's your AC as a giant seahorse?
14.
14. Oh yeah, it definitely hits. And I
Oh,
should make a
yay.
DC dexterity saving throw.
I rolled a 13 on my saving throw.
The starfish octopus thing lashes out this tongue that comes from the center of it, like swipes you. You're gonna take 6 points, 10 points of damage.
Oh, ow.
And the branch wraps around you, but you're able to kind of like break loose of it. Let's roll initiative real quick.
Everybody?
Yeah, everybody.
Since I have passive perception as a giant seahorse, would I have known it was there beforehand before I picked up the stuff?
Well, what's your passive? Well, you keep
Passive.
your wisdom. Your passive is 16 regardless.
Oh yeah, it is. It's the same, I guess, with the
Um,
giant seahorse.
So how about that fight, Sean?
That was pretty crazy, man. That they would even try to send people out there?
Thank you for having my back.
Hey,
Our back.
of course. By the way, how are you doing?
Not good.
Yeah.
She doesn't seem like the type to not say bye.
No. I think it was very hard for her too.
Yeah.
You know it's okay to be angry. Trust me.
I don't know. I mean, we did all these cool things.
Mm-hmm.
We did the thing. We saved the family. We did good. I know
Yeah.
she wanted to go to your school, but I mean, we're on the timetable. The Ishkatari leave in like 2 days. She had time.
in the middle of this conversation, you see Hazel breach with the water, and this giant starfish-looking thing as break the water as well. What's everybody's initiatives rolls?
Oh shit!
12. Oh,
25 to 20?
Hey! Oh,
Okay. Shun?
18.
Okay. Okay. First up, Shun.
Oh
You
shit!
see this giant starfish sort of plant creature burst out, Hazel right before it, spreading all sorts of plant material and kelp on the surface of the water. This giant seahorse form. You are up.
Okay. Thinking about this conversation and hearing about your school, Shun kind of is sad, and in that moment, then he sees this immediately. He's he's gonna cast Ray of Frost at the thing that's attacking our horse friend,
Go for
seahorse
it.
friend. All right, so that's gonna be 16 to hit.
Yep.
Great, so that's a D8 of damage. Motherfucker, that's a 1, but on a hit takes D8 and its speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Okay. All
Until
right.
the start of my next turn.
Fair enough. It is within melee range with Hazel. It's going to go for another attack. This time it gets 2 attacks because it doesn't have a surprise round. Oh yeah. Does a 17 hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, then they both hit. Take a total of Jesus Christ. 24 points of damage. 26 points of damage. Sorry. As it reaches out with one of its legs, and it just like slaps you across the face, and you feel kind of like this pulling and tearing from these sharp sort of thorns from the underside of its tentacles. It is your go.
Isn't it Sabir?
Sorry, you're right. Sabir's go.
I
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
$19.
Okay, you succeed. Sabir, you're up.
As Shun shoots off his ray of frost, I'm like, oh shit! And I reach out my hand, and what happens is that have you ever heard is it a death rattle or a death
whistle?
something? Not the death whistle, but like the growl that a gator does in the water.
Oh yeah.
I know of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget what it's
where
called.
like
Yeah.
it starts to vibrate the water a little bit.
Yeah.
I reach out my hand, and basically that roar starts to happen, and you start to see the vibrating water, and then it basically just stops, and then spectral energies grab the thing, and I'll do Toll of the Dead. Need to make a wisdom save.
It rolled a nat 1. Total of 3.
All right.
Give it that damage, my guy.
1d12. Yes. 3 necrotic. That doesn't feel too good.
But you did it.
And then I will. How far away is Hazel?
I want to say Hazel's about 30 feet away from you.
Okay. Without realizing it, again, a echo comes from my side, grabs my shield, and dives into the water. Surrounds Hazel and Sanctuary.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Hell of a turn, Sabir. Hazel, you're up. You're about 30 feet away from the edge of the water, and there's a shift. There's a sheer like side to the there's made out of like stone and cement that's built into the side of the river, and it's about 10 feet up, sheer cliff face wall.
So it's 30 feet to the wall?
Yes,
or
and
30
then
feet onto
30
the
feet
top?
30 feet to the wall, and then 10 feet up.
Okay. Because I was going to Misty Step, so if I Misty Step, can I Misty Step to the top of the wall since I'm teleporting anyways? Or is that technically too far?
You cannot Misty Step while you're in giant... you can't cast spells while you're in wild shape.
Oh, I'm not in wild shape. He knocked me long out of wild shape. I am Hazel.
Then yeah, you could Misty Step. I mean, I'll have to do the Pythagorean theorem real quick just to make sure. Yeah, you can Misty Step.
Okay. Then first I will use Burning Hands to shoot flames at the starfish.
I'll remind you, you can't cast 2 spells on the same turn, even if one is a bonus action and one is a regular action.
Oh,
Misty Step is a 2nd level spell, Burning Hands is a 1st level spell.
You're right. Okay, cool. I will just cast Misty Step, but before I do... Yeah, that's fine. I'll do that, and then I can use a cantrip, though, right?
You can use a cantrip, yes.
Okay, well, I'll just use Thorn Whip. Then, in that case, I'll Misty Step first, since Thorn Whip is 30 feet as well. And then, okay, so I'll use Misty Step to get out of the water. And then I will roll for Thorn Whip, which is... I rolled a 16 plus 6.
Yeah, that'll
so
hit.
22.
That'll absolutely
And
hit.
then 1d6 worth of damage. Let's see. It's not a lot of damage, but a little bit.
Do you pull?
Oh, I
towards you at
rolled a
all?
1. Sure. I'll pull it towards me. Towards the edge of the water.
All right, you pull it 10 feet. It's 20 feet from the edge. Sean, you're up. Well, unless Hazel, do you have something else you're gonna do?
No.
That's your bonus action, your action. All right,
I guess I'll stay where I am on the little...
on the edge.
Can it jump? Do I know if it can jump out of the water?
You don't know.
Okay, then in that case, I'll take a good 10, 20 steps back. I want to be able to see it, but I'll step back a little bit.
All right, fair enough. Sean?
All right, paint me a picture. We are on a bridge. How high? Where's this thing? Is it like hovering now? Is it pulling towards us?
No, it's in the water. It's broken the surface of the water. You guys are kind of like on the edge of this kind of construction into the riverside. There are some bridges that go to like smaller islands, stone bridges, but there's not a lot, and they usually stay on the far side of the bank. The larger wooden bridges that are further up, like have like they can lift to let ships go through, and that's navigating through the islands. But you guys are right now kind of like on the edge, on the north side of this construction, and you can see the castle wall or the city wall just north of you. And this is in the middle of the water, and there's a bunch of onlookers kind of looking at you guys. There's a smaller stone bridge near you. I'd say about 20 feet south of where your position is currently.
Okay, I'm gonna take a page out of Hazel's book, and I'm gonna cast Chains of the Prisoner. And if I hit, I'd like to pull it 10 feet closer.
All right, roll damage or roll to hit.
20.
Oh yeah.
That's a D6. Do I... No, I wouldn't get sneak attack on this. Well, question. So this is a spell, but is it considered ranged?
Yes.
So then can I have my sneak attack?
No, because I believe sneak attack.
You have to have advantage, right? Or with like an opponent within 5 feet. So no, never mind. That's another
Well,
one.
I don't think the sneak attack applies to spells.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
right. It's
it
got to be
has to-
finessed or... Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Finesse or ranged weapon, yeah.
Yep. Then it is a 1 more damage and pulled 10 feet closer.
Okay, it's 10 feet from the edge. It's its turn. It's going to submerge, and you see it kind of try to go deeper into the water. Its movement is halved until the end of your next turn, right?
It was just reduced by 10, but my turn ended, so it's
Okay,
it's
reduced
got
by
full
10.
movement. Well, it has full movement now.
Okay, it dives down. You guys see it dive down into the water. It just gets away, and we, for all intents and purposes, are out of combat. It just fled deeper into the waters. You guys lose sight of it.
I would like to cast Mage Hand to go on the top of the water from where when he like sprung up with me and you said there was like kelp and stuff at the top of the water. I'd like to cast Mage Hand to go and grab some of it and bring it back to us.
You collect it. There's a lot more kelp than your mage hand can handle. So you do this a few times. You bring it in. You see some onlookers are kind of like staring, looking at you guys, looking at like the water's surface. There are some guards. Some people went to go get guards, and they're like, "Yes, there are mysteries in the water. Don't delve too deep. Very dangerous."
It's
Is
got
everyone
my
okay?
chum!
Well, try not to make a
well.
scene.
Sorry.
The guards leave. People like come to you. That was amazing. What was? Holy shit!
Hazel, what the fuck was that?
I don't know. I didn't think there was
Like-
going to be anything in there. I mean, I was pretty sure I was going to be one of the largest things in there. You know, maybe a few fish here and there.
Is the first rule of tall tales on the sea is there's always a bigger fish.
Oh, well, Sean, you know, I haven't spent a lot of time near the sea.
That is fair. Okay.
Is that why
Really
it
more of a
looked
woodsy
terrifying
girl.
when you changed?
Oh, yeah, sorry. There's a lot of confusion there. I had a moment where I was like, yeah, I don't know.
It
That
looked
was
like
Oh,
a moment?
Yeah, that was a
thing.
moment. I had to remember what I was doing. There are so many animals in the world that I have never seen before. I mean, sure, I learned about them in books. I learned about so many things in books at home. Like, just so many things. But you never see it. And then you come out here in the real world and there's all these animals and more. It's crazy. And then it's crazy that I can turn into some of them. Crazy. Well, that was fun.
yeah.
Hey, thanks for the help. I appreciate it.
Thanks for the kelp.
Oh, yeah, sure. No problem.
Make a let me see here. This is for Hazel.
Oh, no.
Um,
It's never good. It's never good. I don't know what it
Your
is.
lungs are now in your feet.
make either an
now
Arcana
hate
or
them.
a Survival check or Sleight of Hand.
Okay, I will make an Arcana check then. That is a 15 plus 4, 19.
19. Okay. Okay. So that's going to be
You're gonna be stronger.
okay. All right.
Love
Cool.
us every day.
All right. You collect a fairly sizable amount of kelp. Like it's a good. It's you could fill your arms and Shun's arms with them. With the amount of kelp that you have, it's a fairly sizable amount.
Good kelp. I'm gonna put it into the bag. Take out the bag and start shoving kelp in.
Sean, do you have any things in the bag that maybe we could use?
I'm sure that there are definitely things that we could use in here. You see, I still have Vigari's rug. I have that orb of direction that you gave me, or gave to the bag. Your sword is still here. You didn't use that potion of healing, did you, from the fight?
I did not.
Then I still have that. My spice bag. Scroll of protection, my thieves' tools, and the potion of disguise self that we have yet to use.
I was supposed to give that sword to Elise.
Well, you'll have to do it. By the way, we will finish our conversation at another time, but you'll have to give it to her when we see them again, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
or maybe something better.
What's better than her uncle's first sword?
It would be nice. I guess it just has to wait.
Wait, would it be her uncle? You would be her brother. But would be your sister. I don't know, man. This family is really weird.
Sister from another.
Sister.
Yeah. Ik faith. Nope, I got nothing.
I don't know.
Hey, there's that lotus around.
Yeah.
We could grab that.
How hard could it be? I mean, after that.
Yeah, it's going to be a cakewalk.
Yeah. Okay.
Speaking
Let
of
us-
cake,
Yeah.
Is it time for lunches?
I was just thinking that.
I mean, there's a pretty view of the water. Do we want to sit and have lunch real fast?
We could have a picnic by the river.
Oh, let's get the rug out.
Oh. This is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Flip out the rug. God, I love this bag.
I'm gonna cast Druid Craft to have some little birds chirping. You know, it's a pleasant day.
Shun, you are not going to believe this brand new invention I created.
Okay.
Feast your eyes and your stomach on a sandwich.
Stuff from the sacked lunches. Where'd you get that?
I've had it.
Tell
To
me.
beer?
What was your...
What, Hazel? I
Oh, go ahead. One problem at a time.
Did you steal breakfast?
No. But do not look inside the sandwich, for its deliciousness. Fine.
Smells
There
like
are some
bacon.
breakfast meats and yep. There's some bacon inside there.
Hmm.
And other meats and cheeses.
Can I use Druid Craft to now make thunder and lightning right where some
You can make the sound of thunder.
the sound of thunder? Okay, I'll make the
feel
sound
the
of
thunder.
thunder. Can I make like the light of lightning, or is that out of my Druid Craft abilities?
I'll say that you can make a tiny little spark or flash that doesn't cause any harm.
Yeah, I don't want to cause harm.
Yeah.
I just want to, make my point that he is no longer welcome in the fun Happy Day picnic anymore.
Oh.
And as soon as you start raising your hand to cast, I'm like,
Oh, whoa. Oh, thunder!
I know cats don't like water! Cats don't like water! Run! I'm gonna sit down, open my sack lunch, and start eating.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna do one more thing. Sabia, I love your invention. Might I add my own little spin to it?
Is the rain gone?
It is gone.
Oh yeah. What did you have in mind?
Hold out your sandwich, and I'm going to take one hand, and then another hand, and I'm gonna cast Hellish Rebuke, and I'm going to toast the bread.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Doesn't that look? Does that not hurt your hands? Aren't you in pain? Pain?
Pain. No, not so much in my knee. Not me.
roll 2d10.
Pain in me.
Pain in you. Pain in me.
Pain in us.
Pain in me.
Pain in
Pain-
me.
But yeah.
That'll be 9.
It's a little more than just toasted.
Sorry, I like it a little burnt. I like the carbony burnt taste. But hey, look at the inside. It is nice and melty.
I look at the cheese that's perfectly melted. I'm like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we could like scrape off the burnt,
Yeah, you
right?
can scrape it off. Yeah.
Yeah. May I see your
I got a
dagger?
little excited, creating something new.
Yeah. May I see your dagger?
Of course. And I flourish it over.
And just scrape off the burnt ends.
There's a lot of people walking by giving you like the weirdest looks. There are some people that are taking note, like, oh man, interesting.
Hey, can you not smell this shit? It's so good.
I'll slice it diagonal ways and cut the crust off. For
Oh,
sure.
that's where the best
No.
taste is.
No, I'll slice it diagonal ways and just like.
Hazel,
Yes.
may I sit on the carpet?
Yes.
Will there not be any more rain clouds?
No more rain clouds.
I am sorry.
Me too.
But hey, I technically, the sandwich never left the property until after you asked if we could take the lunches away. So it's not stealing. If I left the property without you getting approval, then it would have been stealing, and I would have felt bad.
I don't care that you're stealing. I care that you hid it from me.
We did say no more secrets.
You're right. You want the sandwich?
I cut it one more time so that way I can have. I'll cast mending, and then I'll.
Mending does not work on this.
On a sandwich, everything's there.
No.
No. I'll just cut it again so that way I can cut it into thirds, and I will a panini sandwich.
There you go.
Well, thanks for sharing.
No problem. It is a creation from me and Sean.
Delicious.
Collaboration.
I'll take out my endless decanter of water and pour everybody some water too.
Do y'all want to take a break, or do we keep going?
Can we just take like a quick pee break?
Yeah, we'll take a quick break. All right.
I need to tinkle like Bullwinkle. I'm sorry.
Take your piss.
Welcome back. So you all enjoy a early lunch, late morning snack on the banks of the Nar after having had a little tussle with some weird starfish plant octopus creature from the depths. And you said you're going to Wadi Island next?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You start making your way south, upstream, and you see ships passing by. You see that there are people kind of walking along the docks. And you come to this beautifully crafted stone bridge. And the intricate details of the ceramic work that goes into the bridge is depicting all of these like flowers and these really auspicious geometric patterns of reds and blues and greens and golds. And you see that there are people kind of as you cross the bridge, you feel that the energy here is a little more reverential. It gets a little quiet, a little more calm, and there's a few guards that are walking through, keeping an eye on everything, and you make your way onto the island. The island starts with an arched entryway, atop of which you see the depiction of a statue of a dragon. And there's a central sort of fountain courtyard kind of in the middle of the island. And the island isn't like super gigantic. It is the larger of the other islands around, but it's probably like 400 square feet, something like that. It's not super gigantic. So you enter this square. There's a central fountain, and to the south, you can see that it's mostly gardens and kind of reflection pools. There are different statues and busts that are laid out depicting different winged riders. To the north, sorry, that was the north. To the south, you see that there's a bit more of kind of like a museum. I like an outdoor open air museum layout. There are different cases that have different sort of like items that were used by winged riders. You see same thing, more memorials of the individuals that have fallen during the War of Fracture. And you can see that there are people who leave flowers, people who leave like different kinds of offerings to these sort of memorials. Most of it is generally just like flowers and incense and things like that. But every once in a while, you'll see that somebody left something that's a little more personal, something that doesn't really quite fit. Something that looks like a carved bone or a bell or some kind of toy or a plush, like a little doll of some sort. Something that's just like, oh, well, very clearly this was like a personal thing to whoever left this behind. And you guys are looking for where the lotuses are, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You make your way through some rooms. There's a sort of a greenhouse that has all sorts of flowers and plants, and you can see that there's some areas that are set up for people to come and like create their own offerings. So there's this garden, this greenhouse garden inside, where people are kind of making their own bouquets to put down. And outside of that, surrounded by these walls, is this this sort of indoor in-between reflection pond. And you can see that there are like koi fish here, and you see the lotuses that are placed floating in this little pond. Above the pond, there is a bridge that leads to the memorial proper, and you see the inscription that reads, "In memory of Hatamoto Miho, the guardian of the flag." You see the depiction in a very Japanese style-esque sort of like remembrance, with two incense on a plate in front of the picture of an individual with black ribbons. This is very Senshi-esque, and you see the image of a female drow. She has white hair and a high ponytail, and it like rolls up behind her, and she has a very kind of serious face. And behind this picture, you see this statue of a yoroi, which is a traditional like samurai style armor. So if you just imagine like what a samurai style like kursari and helmet and the shoulder pads are, there is a larger scale sort of statue there. And then between the image and the statue, there is a sword, a traditional katana that you would see that kind of sits there. and you see the lotuses in the reflection pond, below which is the bridge. There are some people coming in and out of this area. What would you like to do?
Well, do we just take one? How many did we need?
I don't know, but it feels like it should be fine. We're not messing with the statue.
Yeah, but it is a memorial, so. But I mean, there
But
are
it's everything.
Yeah.
There is, in addition to the people kind of walking around, you see that there's kind of one guard posted up at like the entrance of the botany greenhouse that you guys came out of. And in front of the statue, you see that there is somebody kind of admiring the statue, the image, and the sword. And they're just kind of standing there looking at it.
But if Shun, you cast invisibility, not like right here, but go somewhere else and cast invisibility, do you think there's any way that you could grab them? And when you're invisible, do the items that you have also become invisible, like the bag?
They do.
Do you think maybe you could put the stuff in the bag then? Or the lotus in the bag then?
Probably.
Or we could just ask.
Yeah.
But then I feel
Right.
like if we ask,
And they say no.
then how are we gonna get it?
I mean, a little bit of plan A, plan B, like, what if, and hear me out, what if we take mushrooms, I listen in as I'm invisible, you all inquire about the flowers. If it is okay, I hang back, you get them, we move on. If it is not okay, I start while you are distracting them. We get the flowers
mean-
either way.
That seems like a good idea to me. Severe?
And sounds pretty solid.
Just to reiterate, this would have been quiet enough. Like, not obviously talking about our plan.
Yeah, that's fine.
Loud enough for the
Guards,
microphone.
come over here really quick.
Yeah, excuse me. You might admiring. We have a thing we're doing.
Make a survival check.
Sabir, do you want to make the survival check for the mushrooms?
Sure.
I think you have the highest bonus.
I mean, they're both of our friends. They should respect. $13.
13, that will get you 16 hours. Total. So divided amongst 3.
Be so much easier if there were 4.
Just such good math. Such good fun.
5.3 hours. We can round it down to 5.
Repeating.
Repeating.
Okay,
So you
well, I feel
guys-
like that is plenty.
Well, or we could instead of, I mean, I think that's plenty. I don't think we need more than that. But if you wanted more, then I could. Does it have to be split equally? Then I could take 5, and you could each take 5.5 if you wanted to, and then y'all would have a little bit more time. I
You
know,
take
I
5
know you
and
would
give one
miss
person
my
1.
input. To talk to themselves, Sabir?
No, just to have them have a really good time.
I hear the wall.
Yes, steal it. What?
Steal them.
Open your
Okay.
mind.
But
The
I
rest
feel
will
like 5
follow.
hours is plenty, so
Yeah.
however you want to do it.
Yeah, we'll just put one like hour back in the bag.
Yeah, reserve it. Okay. Bottoms
Oh.
up.
All right. Really, I enjoy them. It's nice.
You have that.
Hazel, you're
together.
shaking. Oh shit, they're working really quickly this time.
What? What?
Yeah. Ooh.
My desk will stop itching its ear in a second, and then my desk.
Your desk is
Sorry.
such a good girl, though.
She is, but she's got an itchy ear. Sorry. My lamp literally just sits there and goes. She does. Okay, she's finished.
So you're gonna talk to the guard to ask if it's okay to take some lotuses, and then if it
So
does,
I'll walk out, like go a distance away, where nobody's around, go invisible, and then walk back in.
I'll wait till he lets me know via the shrooms that he's gone invisible, and then I will go over and start talking to the guards, or the guard once he gets
Gotcha.
back, like close enough in position.
okay.
And I will go ahead and then start to walk up to admire the statue.
Gotcha. Shen, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Is 17.
Do I get an advantage because of leaving the building?
No, because I'm gonna say that breaking line of sight. Well,
Because I'm trying to like go because I have 5 hours. I could ostensibly move an hour away and then walk back, like completely separating. I'm just saying, like I want to.
you could do half an hour away because it lasts.
Sure.
It lasts because invisibility lasts for an hour.
Sure.
So if you leave for an hour, cast, and then come back.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
we'll say that
the principle applies. I just want to be away.
We'll take this as like taking 20. So basically, presumably with enough resources and time, you can automatically roll a 20. So we'll say that you'll take 20 for this. So you'll get to a point where you're secluded enough, you can cast invisibility and make your way back to the area. You come back into the area, and you see that the guard is he's standing up, kind of like standing next to the wall, still at the entrance of the botany. Severe, you're admiring the statue.
Yeah, I'll walk up and just start to
right.
kind of
There's
peruse
you see that there's a guy there. He's still kind of like looking at the statue. He's really kind of focused on the sword, and he keeps kind of like moving his eyes from like the sword and the image of the person, and then he kind of like sees you and just kind of gives you a nod. And Hazel, where are you?
I'm gonna walk over back to the guard that's at the entryway, but when I go to speak to him, I'm going to circle so that I am on the side that would be away from the pond and the flowers, even though like whether he turns to face me. But
it.
Fine. Okay. Understood. Shun, I want you to roll. Let me see something here real quick. Roll a percentile die.
43.
60.
Oh.
60. Okay. So that would be here. Okay. Hazel, as you are approaching the guard to speak to them, you're passing by this other person who's standing on the closer side of the bridge. So Sabir is next to one person on the other side of the bridge. There's another person on your side of the bridge as you're going to the guard. And as you're approaching the guard, there's somebody that's talking to them, and they kind of like get close to each other, and you just hear shunk, and you see that the person has stabbed the guard like right underneath the ribs. They try to scream out, their eyes completely like wide, and he kind of slumps, and the guy like cleans his dagger on his side. It's just like, well, I guess bystanders will have to do. And the person behind you and the person in front of you that was talking to the guard turn towards you, Hazel. Sabir, the guy next to you, turns towards you. Actually, let's see. He's going to...
Willow!
Oh, Willow!
Willow!
Yeah, he's going to turn towards you and take his sword out. And that's where we're going to end the session for tonight.
Oh! Hayes almost dies twice in an episode. Yeah. I know Willow, but it's gonna be okay. Wanna come say hi? Wanna pause
Come
up?
say hi!
We have a
Pause up.
guest.
We have a
special
guest.
Very good.
Oh, there she
my
is.
Gosh, look at her.
Yes,
God,
that's
she's so
the
cute.
beautiful baby
She's
that
so cute.
barks and makes my desk shake.
He's not big enough to
look
make
at
a
him!
guy.
Oh
Wait, let me go get Callie.
Oh my god.
yeah! No.
Callie can join.
Okay. Say hello to Callie.
Oh,
She's so lovely, though. Look at her. Look at her.
she is so cute.
She's
Look at
so
her.
Potato.
She's a little potato.
Potato.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Aw.
Callie, hush.
Willow, are you being sassy?
That sounded like a demon dog, if I'm being real.
Oh, Willow?
No, it.
Oh,
Matt.
yeah.
You know how potatoes
yeah.
are made, right? Nope. Nope. I'm sorry.
Why don't you count us out, buddy?
That's a 1. That's a 2. And that's a 3.
Bye.
Bye.